The name of this lecture is going to be called Black Women versus Hood Rats, on why black women are holding the black community back. And the way that I'm going to talk about this is we have black women and then you have hood rats. So we're going to be breaking down the black women and we're going to be breaking down the hood rats today. All right? Now, when it comes to black women out of the black community, I kind of feel like we're probably around maybe 30% of the black women are going to actually be black women. And I kind of feel like 70% are going to be towards that hood rat mindset. It's all a mindset. So that's why I separated like black women, hood rats, black women, hood rats. Now we're going to break that down. All right, next slide. Percentage, that's all. Now, when it comes to the black women and the hood rats, we're going to talk about their common traits that they have. All right? One of the common traits that both black women and hood rats are going to have is masculinity. All right? And I think a lot of black men, this is where we're misconstrued whenever it comes to women, is actually the masculinity in her. It's been a while since black men were able to actually meet a black woman who was submissive. A lot of black women that are submissive and that are sensitive are going to be typically unattractive. Now, black women of all women are going to be the most beautiful women on the planet, in my opinion. And I've said that plenty of times. But when I say that, I don't want black women to take that to the head. You are the most beautiful woman in the world. But your masculinity is something that it kind of distorts men a little bit. And that's the biggest thing that black men hate whenever it comes to black women, is the fact of how much of a man psychologically she is. You know? Next, lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? Women don't feel like they're disrespecting black men. Black women don't. They never feel like they're disrespecting black men. They feel like they're always trying to correct the black men. You know? But the black men that most black women don't respect are actually the black men that they need to be with. That's what be the sad part. Like, black men look at it like, all right, you're saying there's no good black men. You're always blaming a black dude. Well, why are you always with a bummy black dude? Why are you always having kids with a bummy black dude? Why do you get your life ruined by the bummy black dude and you completely ignore the good guy? Because she has a lack of respect for him. She respects the bad black guy way more than she respects a hard-working black dude. Black women normally end up with a guy that's like a mama's boy. And then she comes in to be a mama's boy for him. She don't even recognize hard work. Next, what both of them have in common. They're both know-it-alls. It's almost as if black women refuse to get information from a smart black man. It's like if a black woman comes across a black man, she has to compete with him psychologically. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes her a know-it-all, is because she has a tendency to want to talk louder. She want to talk over him. You know what I mean? She always has something. She always has to compete psychologically with a black man, and it makes her a know-it-all. See, what men learn as we get older, we get smarter, especially a black man. Like, when black men start getting around 30, the brain just starts taking in so much information. It just starts that we actually know what it takes to lead a family. We learn that faster. But the black woman feels like she know how to be a black man and a black woman at the same time. So she has a tendency to try to teach a black man how to be a better version of him. But the black man's looking at her like, I already know how to be a better man. Why are you trying to teach me something that you don't feel because you've seen someone else do it? So it turns her into a know-it-all which causes the good black men to lose respect for a black woman. You know, good shout outs, Josh. Last, hyper sex drives. Like, black women have a hyper sex drive. They always need sex. That's going to be with a black woman, and that's also going to be with the hood rat. You know what I'm saying? They both have high sex drives amongst black women. Guys are going to notice that. When you're with a black woman, she needs it all the time, all the time. Those are just the common traits that black women are going to have together. And these are traits right here that the moment a good black man learns himself and he knows he's the best version of himself and he wants to be with a black woman, all these traits, masculinity, lack of respect, know-it-all, hyper sex drives, when all of that kicks in, when he's trying to be the best man, it's a complete turnoff to him. Because it's funny, right? How a black man can want to be with a black woman, but her attitude keeps them, and her masculinity keeps them from parabonding together. You know what I'm saying? But that same good black man that knows all the knowledge can go to another race of woman and elevate her. I've seen black men get with other race of women who were baby mamas and still elevate them, and that woman allowed him to be the leader of the house. You know what I'm saying? That's why black men go to other race of women, is because we have the knowledge, but other race of women actually let us be the head of the household. They actually let us be the ones that's going to come in and help lead them. When a black man gets the knowledge, we want to lead so bad. When a black man finally grows out of that little boy phase, when he grows out of that gangster phase, when he grows out of that superficial phase, we grow out of that faster. When a black man grows out of that, his main thing is like, oh my God, I found myself. All I want to do is lead, and I want to lead a black woman. But the black woman never gives him a chance to elevate her. So then when he goes over to other women, they allow him to elevate. They allow him to be the leader. This is why other race of women get the best black men, and black women, quality just keep getting lower and lower and lower. Right? Big shout outs to Mr. Magic. Good luck. All right, next we're going to go to the next slide. Right. When it comes to black women, all right, and this is black women, I'm going to say 3% of black women, this is what you're going to get. Black women, non-hood rats. I'm talking non-hood rats right now. We're talking educated women. Smart women is only going to be about 3% of black women. I'm telling you, even though a lot of you women are know-it-alls, that's why I said every black woman got the same thing in common. You all are know-it-alls. But when it's all said and done, only a small percentage of black women are actually smart, that actually knows the ideologies, that know the agenda. That's what I like about Candace Owens. I don't like everything about Candace Owens because I feel like Candace Owens is disconnected from the black community. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But one thing about Candace Owens is she gives you straight, raw, red pill facts. All right? You can't deny that. As a red pill man, you cannot deny that Candace Owens gives you the straight facts that black people actually need to hear. When her and T.I. was on that panel at the summit, she made T.I. look like he didn't know anything about black people at all. But she knew so much. It's just that we lost her to the other side. When it comes to black women like that, those powerful black women that are smart, we lose them all the time. When we get disconnected from a smart black woman and she goes over to the other side, we disown her. You know what I'm saying? But those smart black women, they stop and look at the black women that they can share the knowledge with, and they realize how much those black women are in a loony loon or in delusion. They get away from them. You know what I'm saying? That's what Candace has done. She stepped out of the black community and she went in another direction. We lost her. But she's a prime example of the type of black woman we need. She don't wear any weave. She speaks her mind. She's always covered up. She's always respectful. The only thing is we just lost her. She all the way on the other side now. She's going to tell you about black people, But she's more like, come on, y'all got to get it together. Y'all falling for the wrong agendas. And to then, I'm going to stay over here. We've lost a lot of them like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the hardcore truth. We've lost a lot of them like that. Can everybody hear me? All right. So in my opinion, your average black woman, non-hood rat, we're just talking about smart black women, are going to be smarter. They're going to be harder workers. All right? They're not going to be afraid to work 60 hours a week. That's one thing about a smart black woman. She's not afraid to work those hours at all. She's going to put in the time. She's not going to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? You could always, like, in today's world, you always see a black woman, the manager, supervisor, or something, and she loves her job. Those are the smart black women right there. All right? They're going to be more loyal. They're going to be more supportive. That's the truth. A real black woman that's with a black man is going to be way more supportive than ever. That's what I noticed. The only downfall when it comes to the smart black woman, when it comes to all these good traits, 9 times out of 10, she's not attractive. We have a lot of black women that have these traits, but they're not attractive at all. They've let themselves go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been telling them everything that they wanted to hear their whole life. Oh, you're doing good. You're educated. You're working hard. You're doing this. Okay, you have all the traits that a man wants, but why didn't you upgrade yourself? Why did you let yourself go to accomplish these accomplishments? So do we have good black women out there? Yeah. But they physically have let themselves go. And all the pretty ones are, we're finna get into that. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Why aren't my things working? Next slide. These are going to be the bad traits that the good black woman has. The non-hood rat. The non-hood rat black woman. She's the non-hood rat. Her bad traits, narcissist. She's going to be a narcissist. All right? You have to understand that. The more educated a black woman gets, the more further away she is from hood rats, the further away she is from welfare. The more a black woman get away from welfare, she gets educated, she starts working a job, she starts becoming a narcissist. And the reason why she becomes a narcissist is because she overthinks things and she know that the odds are already against her. You know what I'm saying? She's always thinking the odds are already against her. The odds are already against her. So those type of black women work harder. They're going to study at night. They're not going to be at the club. They're not going to do that. Their main goal is to get to where they got to get to in life. And the more they elevate doing that, the more they elevate, the more narcissists they become. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always find a beautiful black woman with a nice house, with a nice car, with no man in her life. None. She'll show up at the family picnics. She'll show up at the gatherings. She may show up in spots. She pops up sporadically, like there's some guy waiting on her somewhere. It doesn't work like that. They just indulge into their own egos. You know what I'm saying? They indulge into their own egos, and they become very narcissist. And with that narcissist, it's a big delusion, a lot of delusion amongst the black woman, non-hood rat. We're talking about the non-hood rat black woman. The black woman that got her life together can be very delusional. And the reason why she becomes very delusional, because she beat out all the other girls. She's beat the odds. She knows exactly what the hood rat is going to do. She knows exactly what the girls in the hood are doing. So while she was working hard, while they were trying to get over, she takes herself and put it on a pedestal. Like, all right, I'm greater than everybody now because I got a job. I got this. But 9 times out of 10, she has all that, but she's still in debt. It's like, I got the house, I got all that. Yeah, but you're in debt from school. You're in debt from the car. You're in debt from everything you got to look better than everybody else. So you got it all, but you're in debt. And what's going to keep her from getting a husband is the simple fact that she has to always work and work and work to pay off that debt. So the only guy that she can physically be in a relationship with is a guy who is richer than her. But the guy who's richer than her, she don't get, has to work hard too. He gets smarter too. He doesn't want to play battle games, mentality games with her, right? So she ends up with the low budget guy that she can control, right? You're going to always see this type of woman. She'll eventually get around 40, late 30s, and she's going to want to settle down. When she goes to settle down, then she's going to settle down with a guy that she can control. I always say, if you look at black women over 40 that get married, they always marry a guy that's fat or handicapped. You know what I'm saying? They always going to be fat or they always going to be handicapped. That's what you mainly see, that I see with black women. As they get older, they end up with those two type of guys, handicapped or fat. But either way, they can control them. Next, when it comes to we're talking about the non-hood rat black woman. We're talking about a black woman that got her life together. They emasculate their sons. All right? They talk to their sons like they're nothing because 9 times out of 10, the dad is not going to be there. See, black men would rather pay child support than to be around a black woman who's going to talk to him like he's a little boy. So a lot of times these black women who got their life together and maybe got pregnant and started something, she's ran the man away completely. That's all she does is just run the guy completely, right? So when the son's left there and the son's around, she gets mad at the son because the dad's not there, and she starts to talk to the son like he's nothing, right? And that son starts growing up. He starts growing up. He starts growing up. And next thing you know, every year, she's just talking to him bad. Every year, he's just talking to him bad. See, it's mothers like this is the reason why all these guys are so soft, weak men. Because their mothers were emasculating them when they were younger, talking to them bad, pressure them to be the man they didn't know how to be because the father wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we have a generation of men that are walking around dressed like women, but they supposed to be thugs, right? But they're dressed like women because of their mothers emasculating them for their own ego because she ran off the father. Black women, not hood rats, all right? Black women have a black widow effect, the black widow spider. See, when the black widow spider comes across a male spider, she makes that male spider build her a web, right? The male spider builds her a web. And then they mate. After she gets pregnant, she gets rid of the male or she eats him. He never stays around. Never. She either going to eat him or she's going to get rid of him. It's like that with a black woman. The moment she gets pregnant, she has a natural reaction to get rid of the guy. This is why you see so many single mothers. And then when you go and meet the father, a lot of these fathers are not bums. They're really good guys, but they just can't be in the relationship with the woman because the amount of brain activity that he has to go through to be with her is depressing. Like black women can really break a man down with disrespect. And what hurts the most, and to believe it or not, what hurts the most, black men talk so bad on black women because they want them so bad. That's real talk. The sad part about it is the black women just don't get it. They don't understand. Like, black men want you so bad. But you don't even realize how delusional you are. You don't even realize how talking to that man tears away at his ego because he had to hear it from his mom and now he got to hear it from you. This is why you got to go back to the bummy dude that ain't doing nothing with his life. He the only one that's going to sit in the house and listen to you because he ain't got nothing else going on with his life. You the one giving him shelter. You the one giving him money. You the one giving him food. So he can sit there and listen to it all day because he has nowhere else to go. But a black man who wants to do something with his life, he ain't going to put up with it. He gonna leave. He gonna go. He either gonna go to the white woman or he gonna go to a Spanish woman. He gonna go somewhere where he fits in. And now you're back with the guy that sits at home doing nothing because he's the only one that's gonna hear your mouth. But you want to know something about those type of guys? They typically the one that's gonna cheat. The guy that's sitting at home that you just think I got control over you. You driving the car, he in the passenger seat. I can't stand that guy that's always in the passenger seat of a car with his woman. Then you pull up next to my Range Rover and this how it is. It always works like this. She pull up next to me. He in the passenger seat. She could see me looking at her through the tent. So can him. He want to grab her hand and hold it because he see me looking down into the car. Well, you got to look. As I itch up, she's itching the car up. Don't be that guy in the passenger side seat of the car. That's what black women are understanding. You would rather be driving the car and have a dude who has no money just so he can sit in the passenger side seat of the car and make you feel more powerful than you've ever been because you could tell him what to do. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's what's going on. Go to the next one. Now, we're going to go to the hood rat. The hood rat side. The good traits of a hood rat. All right? We talked about the black woman. We're going to talk about the hood rat now. And then I'm going to go into the conclusion here in a little bit. But we still got a good bit to go. Now we got the good traits of the hood rat. All right? Easy sex. Let's be honest. When it comes to them hood rats, a lot of you guys, that's your fallback. That's your bread and butter. If you can't get no woman at all, that hood rat is going to always be there if you know what you're doing. She may be a little dusty. She may smell a little musty now. But a lot of you guys, the hood rat is the easiest thing for you to get your release is the hood rat. You know what I'm saying? They come in handy. All right? So that's what the good traits of a hood rat is for a man, they're easy. Next, easy to manipulate. All right? This is what you see in the hood when it comes to hood rats. You got a drug dealer, right? He'll move into her house, her welfare house. He'll buy her all new furniture. He'll put some drugs. I mean, not drugs, but he gonna put some food on the table, all that. The kids in the house ain't even his, but he gonna set that up to be a trap house. You know what I'm saying? Once he get her good, next thing you know, she taking drugs. Because she has to numb out the pain that she got a drug dealer here with crackheads coming in and out and dudes running out. Once she gets good on drugs, then she gonna be the crew hoe. And once she wore out, she just a crackhead, and then they switch houses and they go to another hood rat house and leave her there drugged out with those damn kids. That's why the hood rat is easy to manipulate to the drug dealer. Because they like them girls. They so stupid. All you got to do is buy them materialistic things and they fall for it every single time. Next, when it comes to the hood rat, she's good for pushing, perfect for agendas. You need agendas push? All you got to do is go get you some uneducated black women. Talk real smooth to them. Tell them, hey, you know what? Black women is God. Did anybody tell you that? Black women is God. See, that's what the conscious community do with these hood rats. They convince these hood rats that they God. That's what they say, you God. So right. So the hood rats look at it like, man, we feel better. This is a black man that's supporting black women. We're God. Then they start donating. They start donating, right? Because they feel like they got a black man on their side. They got a black man that support them. No, you have a smart black man that's seen how stupid you are. He knows all I got to do is tell her that a black woman is God, you're a queen, and here we go. You ever notice, like, when they start pushing agendas, black women are always forefront? Like, one black dude said today in the comments, man, black women are always front line. I know they are, because they don't think before they react. When white people tell them to do something, they do it. Antifa constructed all this. Got all them black women out there feeling powerful as hell, don't they? Got them, because that's what they paying them to do. But they didn't grab the smart black women. The smart black women were sitting at home. What you seen on TV was a whole bunch of fat slobs that had nothing going on. That's what you seen on TV protesting. All the smart black women were actually sitting at home waiting to go back to work. They were waiting for the world to reopen. But when it comes down to the hood rat, it's easy to get them riled up and they fall into their agendas fast. All right? Let's go to the next clip. Right, next, the bad traits of the hood rat. I'm just going to say this right here. You see this girl with the shower cap on? All right, you see that girl with the shower cap on? If you come across any girl at the grocery store, walking at the dollar store, anywhere you go in the world, if she got this shower cap on in public, that's a hood rat. That is a hood rat. That, those little spandex with the designs in them, that's another one. But this right here, shower cap in the middle of broad daylight, is a bona fide hood rat. Let's talk about their bad traits. Bad attitude. All right? This is what makes the hood rat attitude bad. See, the good woman, when she got an attitude, she could kill you like this. Anthony, you know what? She could lower her voice and kill you. That's what that's what a black woman, a non-hood rat woman can kill you in quietness. You know, the black woman is like, what you yelling for, Anthony? What you yelling for? You know what I'm saying? She'll kill you quietly. But when it comes to the hood rat, she got to let everybody in the world know that y'all arguing. She got to let everybody know that she needs the attention. Her attitude, you want to know something? Hood rats make you want to fight them. They make you want to beat them down. That's why, like, when you hear about girls getting slain and shot by a dude, and you look at her and she fits a hood rat, you don't be feeling sorry for hood rats, because all you think about is that loud, now annoying women. And if you got a baby mom by a hood rat, I feel sorry for you. Her attitude stinks. Her attitudes make you want to say, please get hit by a car or something. I've seen dudes go through that. When it comes to the hood rat, the hood rat is the real woman that really is going to send you into a white woman. I guarantee it. The hood rat would make you deal with a hood rat. You got a hood rat baby mom and you start doing stuff with your life. You will go get a light skinned woman. You will go get a white woman because her attitude is so bad. She make you not want to be next to her or her family. Next, slutty mindsets. All right. Hood rats only know how to have sex. That's it. That's why you go to the club and pick them up, let them get drunk, and you can bang them in the back of the car. That's all they're good for. They're not good for nothing else. They are breeders. Society, the government, the way that the world is set up now has programmed them to be breeders. So only thing that they're trying to do is just get pregnant. Why? Because they get paid to do it. They have a slutty mindset. Everything they do revolves around sex. Everything. There's nothing that they do to show they're educated. They have a slutty mindset. Next, victimize themselves. See, only a hood rat is going to go out here and push somebody to shoot her, push somebody to hit her. She'll keep going. She'll keep agitating it. She'll keep agitating it until somebody does something to her because she could play victim. You'll only see hood rats antagonizing people in the hood. But then when shots go off or she get her ass whooped, now it's like, oh my God, that person's bad. That person's bad. See, this is why cops laugh at hood rats. Because when they come around hood rats, right? When the hood rats are, fuck you, cop. You just a white cop. You just this. That's what they say, right? You just a white cop. Get out of here, right? But then when something happens to them, they want the cop to be there to help them out. Now they want to play victim. Then they start crying like something's wrong. Are you kidding me? Because she has victimized herself. Her main goal is to stir up trouble and then victimize herself. You know what I'm saying? Stir up trouble and victimize herself. Next, ultimate delusion. I don't care what anybody says. When it comes to the hood rat, she has the biggest delusion in the world. You know how you know they're delusional? Hood rats start to believe they weave is their real hair. They start to believe that their weave is their real hair. They start to believe booty shots is their real booty. They are so delusional that sitting out having a conversation with them is just obsolete. It just doesn't go anywhere with them because of the ultimate delusion. Next, self-hate. The hood rats never make it out. They hate themselves so bad that they continue to wear weaves until they're bald headed. Anything that looks like them, especially a dark skinned hood rat, she hates it. This is why you see them fighting so much in the hood, is because they start hating themselves. They hate their reflection over and over again. Over. Oh, let's get to the next one. Now I'm about to go into why black women are holding back the black community. Now that you know how you know about the black woman traits and you know about the hood rat traits. All right. Now I'm about to go into why the black community is held back. For one, when it comes to black women and it comes to hood rats, they stick together for women empowerment. A black woman never holds the hood rat accountable for anything. Never. She never does it. She'll hold her back. She'll allow her to play victim. All right? She'll support her in everything she do. If you starts talking about a slutty black woman around a real woman and her don't have beef, she'll come up with an excuse for her. They're good at giving her excuses for being hood rats, the same way beta males give hood rats excuses. They let them get away with a lot of stuff. See, they both need weak black men. They both need weak ones in order for them to feel better about themselves. So when it comes to the black woman on the left, they control beta males with intimidation. All right? A black woman intimidates her black son. She intimidates a black man. She tries to show her how smart she is. She tries to show him how she can outsmart him. She's constantly taking shots at the black man. Now, when it comes to the hood rat, she's constantly trying to have sex so she can have children. She's constantly trying to have sex. She don't care about the psychologicals. All she wants to do is argue. So if you argue with a hood rat and you curse her out, that turns her on. Because she doesn't know she's dead to the world. She belongs to the streets. So what her thing is, I need to have sex with him. And she controls beta males through sex. This is why a lot of you guys out there who are not on your purpose, fat, ain't got nothing going on with your life, you're more subject to being with a hood rat. And the reason why you're more subject to being with a hood rat is because she's going to give you sex that you can't get. And the reason why you can't get that is because you're not on top of your game. When you get on top of your game as a man, you're going to have more women that give you the best sex in the world. But when you're a bummy black dude with nothing going in your life, you're going to get the best sex from a black woman because that's the way that she's going to control you. You see what I'm saying? She don't care what you got. You have to understand, black women do not care what a man got at all. All she wants you to do is worship her. She getting money from the government. And if she ain't getting it from the government, then she don't went out and worked the job and got the attention. And then she starts, Liv, what up? Thanks, Liv. And then, oh man, I lost my train of thought. She get a job. All they need you to do is just be there to worship them and tell them what they want. That's why most black women do not end up with a top of the line black guy. They do not end up with him because they run him off early. And then they left trying to fix up a beta male. Like I said before, most black women in their 40s are going to end up with a fat black dude or a handicapped one. All right? Why? Because black women never hold the hood rats accountable. All right? They team together and hate black men. That's what they do. They team together, hate black men. You want to know the only time a black woman is going to disrespect a hood rat? It's when there's a man involved. See, like with me, I'm one of those light-skinned black guys, very appealing to black women. You know what I'm saying? Very appealing. I can get a lot of black women. But I know when I get around two black women, there's a hood rat and a black woman going to talk bad on that hood rat, right? But if I don't want that black woman, then her and that hood rat becomes best friends. And she starts giving her excuses for why she lives in the hood, why she ghetto. Let's blame it on the black man. Let's blame it on the black man. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't always just keep blaming stuff on the black man. All right? Most black men nowadays are woke. Woke. They ready to go. They're ready for the next millennium. They're ready to move on with their life. Most black men are there now. They're woke and they're at the best ever. The only thing is, Most of these black women don't even recognize it because they're not used to it. They never had it. All right? Sammy, good luck, bro. Go to the next one. Now we're going to talk about the cycle. All right? I'm going to make this a bigger screen. As we talk about the cycle. Let me get ready here. Sammy, good luck, bro. I got to take it down so people can see, though. All right, now we're going to talk about the cycle. And I'll make the screen a little bit bigger for this. All right? On the cycle, on the left side of the screen, right here. Right here on the left side of the screen. That's the good women. All right? On the right side of the screen, it's going to be the hood rats. All right? Now, this is how I'm going to break this down and explain it to you. When it comes to a good black woman, if she has a kid, chances are she's either going to have one child or two child. That's it. There's going to always be a limit on the amount of kids that she has. And the reason why the black woman, not the hood rat, the black woman is going to have the least amount of kids is because she didn't do the welfare route. So she knows exactly how much it costs to actually raise a kid and what's going to be entailed. The thing that turns her into a single mother is her mouth. She runs away the good guy, and then she's left being a baby mom. But most black women have a good baby father. She's still going to give him hell because he ain't bowed down to her. He said, I don't want to deal with this. I'd rather pay child support than be next to you. You know what I'm saying? She never understands that because he never bows down to her. You know what I'm saying? So the good black woman is only going to have 1 to 2 kids. Out of that 1 to 2 kids, chances are only one of them are going to get married. That's it. Only one. The second one's going to be a baby father or baby dad. All right? She's going to have it. But that's the smart black woman. But when you come over to the hood rat side, right? Hood rats, the dumb women, are going to have 5 times the amount of kids as a black woman, right? But the one that's having the most kids is uneducated, slutty, delusional, and known for victimizing herself, right? But when it comes to the black woman, her children are going to know the statistics. Her children's going to know how to turn on the white voice. And every black person know what I mean by when your mom say, turn on that white voice and act like you got some common sense when you get around white folks. Every black person in the world has heard that. All right. She's going to school her kids on what to do. That's one thing is a black woman is going to school her children on life. She's going to teach her children how to be diversified. She's going to teach her children how to be strong. She's going to give them discipline. Even though there's no father in the house, the smart black woman is still going to be doing this. But when you get on over to the hood rat's going to have 5 times the amount of kids. But she's having 5 times the amount of kids that don't know nothing, that's stupid, that's taught victimization. You feel what I'm saying? That's insecure. Because she's just pumping out kids for a paycheck. She has no desirement of raising a family. She has no desirement of raising a revolution. All she know is, let me just keep putting out kids. The more money I get, the more girls I can hang around with. So what we have is, in our black community, even though I'm Spanish as well, for every black woman that has 1 child, every hood rat is having 5 to 10. So in the black community, we have a rise of ignorant black men compared to the black men that are born that actually has a brain. So we're constantly being outnumbered by niggas each year because they get paid to do it. Each year we're being outnumbered. A hood rat, you go to hood right now, you got so many niggas running around, it's unreal. But you go to a suburb right now, you got 1 or 2 black kids in the school. You feel what I'm saying? The hood rats are having babies at an alarming rate, while black women are having less kids. The black community could never get ahead. What we need to do is we need smart black women to have the same amount of kids as the hood rats. And we need the hood rats to have no kids at all. That's the only way we're going to get ahead is because we got to start breeding knowledge to black people, breeding knowledge to black kids. But we're not giving birth to enough kids to give knowledge to. The black woman is not having enough kids to offset the amount of niggas that are being born. That's the problem that is happening in the black community. And that's one of the reasons why the black community is not going anywhere. we're constantly being outnumbered by niggas. Are there black people out there that got a job that are doing? Yes, but you want to know what? Those black people are so embarrassed by the other 90. The other 90 is making us look bad. The other 90 is still playing victim. We got the entire world running around playing victim to the 90% that we know ain't gonna do shit. The 90% burnt down our own neighborhoods. The 90% burnt down black businesses and said, oh, they got insurance. But the thing is, you didn't burn it down. You cleaned everything out. Then you burnt it down. You feel what I'm saying? You made sure you got everything you needed out of there. You made sure you got out. But they're the ones that's playing victim. These are the 90% is where the dusty black women went. The dusty white people helped out. Atifa just convinced black people that their voice did something because they paid white people to promote it, to make it look worse than what it was. But when it's all said and done, it looked like we united, but we didn't. In the black community, we're being outnumbered now. You know what I mean? Just last night, a girl shot another girl in the car. We're back. Everyone's thinking, all right, after this protest, the world's going to be good. No, it's going to get worse because we're outnumbered by niggas. All right? And the small percentage of black people, we're outnumbered. We don't have enough to change the other 90. See, I'm going to speak on the black community here because this is where you have some of the smartest black people that want things to change. When you're dealing with the black conscious community, a lot of you guys are learning a lot about history and life. I give you that. All right? It's good to know where you came from. You know, it's good to know how slavery started for the 1,000th time, ain't it? It's good to know Kunta Kinte's shoe size. But it's good to be reminded why you were a slave over and over again. The conscious community feeds you strawberry jelly beans, have you thinking that the black community is just going to all of a sudden just become perfect one day. But you know what it does? It keeps black people vibrating at a lower level. Everybody in the black community can always tell you the history repeating itself, but they can't tell you how to get ahead as a black man. Because you know why? Every black man don't make up excuses. They know what it's like. I've been in the military. I know what it's like to travel around the world. I know what it's like with your back against the wall to work hard. Every black man that acts like that don't make up excuses. This is why a lot of those don't go to the conscious community because they keep feeding you strawberry jelly beans. And that's one thing that's holding back black people as well. I don't want to come down on Sarnetta. I don't want to come down on Campbell and all them. All I'm saying is you're vibrating differently when you're just stuck on the past. Black people, we have to figure out how do we stop producing niggas. We ain't going nowhere. Even though I'm Spanish and black, don't matter. When I walk outside my house, they don't know that just yet. I'm going to get treated just like you. In a lot of cases, I have an advantage. Because I was in the military, I served. So my license has a flag on it, a veteran flag. So when I get pulled over, the cops see the flag. Sorry, Anthony, we'll give you a warning, keep going. But I made this today to say, as black people, we got to start elevating on a different level. When it comes to the black woman, she's been the same since 1960. 80s, 90s, and now. Everything that goes wrong is always the black man's fault. But she's the one that gives birth. A black man does not give birth at all. If a black woman wanted to say, I'm not going to sleep with that bummy dude, you have the choice to do that. Why do you keep sleeping with the bums and then blaming somebody that you slept with a bum? See, other race of women, they're just as hyperactive sexually as you. But that white woman making sure she wear condoms. That white woman making sure she got on birth control. That Spanish woman making sure she got on birth control. Well, let me take that back. Spanish women are more likely, they can get pregnant at an early age, and the man is more likely to stay with them. But when it comes to black women, we have not been able to change because you haven't been able to grow up. If you go back and you look at those movies like Jungle Fever, Do the Right Thing, you guys are still complaining about black men going to white women the same way y'all was complaining about that in those movies. And those movies are 30 years old. How are we still talking about the same shit 30 years later that y'all protested for 30 years ago? You know why? Because you keep birthing trash, but you keep sleeping with trash. That's the problem. I see more than enough good black men running around here, good jobs, and they're depressed that a black woman don't even recognize who they are because she's so indulged into herself, into her own ego, that the only thing that she can say is, it's the black man's fault. This is Anthony Spade. That was my lecture on why the black woman is holding the black community back. And I hope a lot of people, especially black women, didn't find this offensive. Somebody asked me earlier, how do I feel about Candace Owens? I feel like we lost her. She's on that other side. But I have to respect her for being honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. One thing that I'm not is biased, and I'm a realist. I have to respect that woman, bro. And I respect any black woman that's doing things with themselves. You have to understand, my mom was in the military. I watched my mom be strong my whole life. But one thing that my mom didn't do to me, she never emasculated me. She's always taught me red pill. She's always taught me about women. So I know what it's like to be around that hard-working woman, but I also know that my mom had an attitude that no man wanted to be around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm opening up the lines now. Anybody want to call in and talk? Go ahead and let me know what you want to do. So then I'm going to look into the comments real quick. See if I get anybody that want to call in and talk about it. Big shout outs to Anthony, Liv, who's this other guy? Ace, Mirrorman. All right, if you donated and I forgot about you, this guy, did I get you, bro? The cycle is this: white and black crime, black outrage, and black victim slave movie. The manipulation is real. You're right, bro. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. There is a cycle there. But the thing is, we know that there's a cycle there, but we don't know how to break it. How do we get around to actually breaking the cycle? You know what I'm saying? I hate looking at the cycle. I hate seeing black people go through this. And I know that black people got the smarts and the brains to become better and to get ahead more. You know what I'm saying? It's just that after this protest, I really feel like things are going to get worse. I don't feel like they're going to get better because the last time that we protested with Pac, when Pac was here, Pac rolled out. Pac did it. Nothing changed. And I just feel like when it comes to the black woman, she has to change who she are. All right? If anybody wants, the link is in the description. The link is in the description if you want to chat. Hold on, let me put my banner up. If anybody want to call in and chat, go ahead and let me know. The link is in the description. I'm going to go grab a drink of water because I don't have any water next to me. And I'll be right back. Hold on one second. Oh, I forgot to get to the solution. All right, here's the solution to all that for everybody that's dating. Hold on. The solution. Okay, my solution to black men or guys that choosing not to date black women is this. You could choose to not date. You could choose to go MGTOW. Well, you got a lot of guys doing the OnlyFans. Now, in my opinion, if you're a guy you're looking to date, I stick it between this as a black man. Spanish woman, Middle Eastern woman, or a Chinese chick. That's where I mainly keep it at. So I said if you're going to date as a black man, I found that if you date in these areas, you're more likely to be successful. But when it comes to a Middle Eastern woman, I'm going to tell you, you're going to need to learn some Arabic. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it. Learn the Arabic. It's worth it. But my recommendation is a Spanish woman, an Arabic woman, or a Chinese chick. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be doing the dating. But when it comes to the Middle Eastern women, trust me, you're gonna need to learn a little bit about that. They're really good women. Really good women. But it's going to require you to think outside the box with yourself. Right? It looks like we don't have any callers tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and close out shop. I want to thank everybody for coming out to my live. All right? Wait, hold on. We got somebody. But you're going to need to learn a little bit about that. They're really good. Put that on pause, bro. Really good women. But it's going to require. What's up, bro? You hear me?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you got a lot of echoing. Are you in the you got any